Now, moving on. I see Jack Doherty.
Influencer has completely lost it on his girlfriend during a live stream in front of Jack Doherty, who's also been discussed frequently here on this channel. And it's safe to say his house of cards are slowly falling apart.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
need you to respect that, and that would help me a lot. That's it.
What are you doing? Huh? He's going to act like an absolute idiot dickhead, but you don't need to be a backup chick. Don't be the backup dancer.
I can do that. I'm just going to start doing more streams with people and
And you shut your mouth.
make it so you want me more. Watch. I'll play that game double time.
It's not a...
I'm in a different city. What's up now? I'm in.
Yeah,
Bugatti. Dress up. Oh, yeah, cool.
yeah, but that's just...
He's saying all of that in front of a child, and it only gets worse from here, because let's be real, it always does. At this point, I feel like I've been living in two universes. One featuring Wes Watson and one featuring Jack Doherty. And today we kind of got this like DC Marvel crossover absolutely no one asked for, because hey, now we have both of them here in the same video.
No
if
one
you've been
watched.
following my channel for a while, you already know both of these guys have been scripting their own downfalls in real time. And I guess at this point we've just kind of been like involuntary spectators to all of it. Wes can never stop talking, which he's proved over and over again during his Jack live streams. And I mean, just the fact that he was on a stream in the first place just leads us back to the theories that his current legal troubles are coming straight for his wallet. But more on that in a minute here, because first I need to give a quick recap. So you have Wes Watson here, who's a former prison inmate who reinvented himself as a life coach by screaming motivational cliches at a camera from the front seat of his Rolls Royce. But if you can't tell from the clip I've already played, he tends to just say a whole bunch of nothing and then stares at the camera like, yeah, I just did something. That'll be 50 bucks. Actually, no, that's an understatement. He charges like $3,000 for his courses, or at least he used to. And I guess he does that because his advice is just so great.
And how would I start? How would I, if I was broke and starting again, I would find the person who's living exactly how you want to live and ask them and tell them to teach me how you do it.
Oh my God, that's a fucking thick ass vein right there.
That's true. Find something that's working and just do it better than them.
I mean, just look at the pure enthusiasm from Jack. Even Jack looks tired of hearing him talk. Wes's whole brand is essentially just built off of being real and tough and telling you to just take personal responsibility, which is very ironic because when it comes to his own life, Wes has been dodging accountability like it's cardio, because back in December of 2024, Wes and 3 of his goons allegedly assaulted a man named Hakeem Ibrahim in the Elevation Fitness Center in Miami, a gym
I remember this one.
Hakeem claims that Wes was challenging people to fights in his DMs. He dared him to show up and jumped him with the squad when he finally did. And obviously we're talking about punching, dragging, a dumbbell being thrown at him, and hair pulling. The whole works. And the gym security footage did not help Wes's self-defense claim at all, because the Miami police arrested him in April for aggravated assault. And this arrest opened the floodgates. The criminal case for aggravated assault, and obviously the height allegations, because for some reason Wes has really been focused on him being outed as 5'9", or 5'6", or 5'7". At this point, I don't know. Something in that range. Either way, he claims he's 6 foot, and he's very adamant about it. And on top of that, you have a divorce that's been dragging on for 4 years, possibly to keep his finances hidden. And while all that's been going on, Wes has just been completely spiraling on Instagram, attacking people, flexing cars, and desperately trying to keep up the image of a millionaire out.
If you're trying to hide your assets from your fucking soon-to-be ex, don't flex any money online. Oh my God, you fucking moron.
While the walls are clearly closing in around him. And now we have Jack Doherty. I shouldn't really have too much to say about that guy because, you know, he's the live streamer whose entire brand seems to be just like making chaos, picking off fights in public. He essentially became very infamous for starting stuff with people and then hiding behind his bodyguard. Last time I covered Jack, he was fresh off of the rumors of a CPS investigation, which is something he dismissed as a fake call, and immediately found himself in another public mess. And just to clarify, I also believe, as of right now, that that was just a complete fake call. But obviously, after that situation, he found himself in another public mess, all while streaming inside of a Target store. He was then approached by employees who told him to stop recording or leave, and instead of just, you know, simply ending the stream and avoiding conflict, Jack, as always, doubled down, argued with staff, and just re-entered the store over and over again. Things obviously escalate even further in the parking lot, where a confrontation with an Infinity driver turned tense after the man allegedly displayed a firearm.
That's the last of an Infinity driver.
Dude, what are you gonna do about it? Pulls that gun.
What's up? I don't want nothing from no broke ass shit.
So Jack's natural instinct of hiding behind his bodyguard happened yet again, and he decided to flee the scene, leaving his girlfriend behind at the store. But obviously, when police arrived, Jack's attitude
Way to go, Jack. Fled the scene, left your girlfriend behind with a potential armed shooter, and then you cry to the cops, oh, he bullied me, he had a gun. Shut the fuck up.
flipped instantly because only moments earlier he was running off and asking his bodyguard to cover him. Now, with both cops and muscle nearby, he was suddenly back into the tough guy mode, essentially making fun of the other guy and acting like he would be in control the whole time. It was just a perfect snapshot of how Jack works. Lean into the victim role when it's convenient, and then when there's no longer a threat, you pull up and act tough. Now, I would never consider myself a tough guy either, but I'm also not in public trying to start problems with people. And it's that pattern which makes Jack so hard to watch, and that's why his actions just keep landing in my coverage alongside of characters like Wes Watson. And now for the Wes update, because this week things somehow got even worse. Court filings reveal that Wes's legal strategy right now is just pure stalling. Because right now he asked the court to pause the civil case until his criminal one's finished, in hopes to, I guess, just avoid answering questions that could further incriminate him. That's a
And if there's a massive fine, he hopes that'll drain his assets enough where he doesn't have to give his wife anything, I guess.
common tactic, but in Wes's case, it might also be a way to just buy time while pretending nothing's wrong on social media. But here's the problem. These cases aren't just going to go away. The divorce is still inching forward, and the criminal case is alive and well. And that civil judgment against him is still a ticking time bomb in his finances. And now the internet just got treated to one of the strangest crossovers I've seen in a while. Wes Watson and Jack back together on a live stream. On paper, these two are cut from very different fabrics. Wes is a self-proclaimed alpha male, you know, ex-con who yells at followers from the seat
And
of his
Jack
luxury
is just
car,
a pussy.
and Jack is a chaotic IRL streamer who picks fights in parking lots for views. But in reality, they're both internet train wrecks with egos bigger than their own audiences. The stream itself just felt less like content
That's
and
an
more like two
understatement.
car crashes happening at the same time. Wes, fresh off a dodging court date, spent most of it posturing and delivering his usual take accountability speeches, which again, you know, is super ironic. Meanwhile, Jack was clearly in his element, poking at Wes in that passive-aggressive way that he can, half amused, half looking for a
Jack, are
reaction
you just
that
begging
would
to be
make,
punched
you
in the
know,
face
for
by him?
entertaining content on his stream. And what made it even weirder was the dynamic. Wes clearly wanted to be in the dominant presence, but Jack wasn't playing the role of a respectful guest. Meanwhile, during all of this, Wes is just having the most passive-aggressive fight with his girlfriend I've seen in a while.
How does the girl settle? What gets her to settle? Or they just can never settle?
No, I mean, if you want a provider, what does that mean to you? Is it just financial, or is it someone who makes you feel more like you, to be yourself around them?
Nobody ever made me feel
But how
like
do
me.
you, how do you get there?
Only women say that.
How do you get there, though?
That's how a man truly leads a woman. That's how she becomes very.
No man ever.
My God, the guy's on roids. Look at that fucking vein. He looks like a giant testicle.
No person ever made me feel more of me. Like,
Yes, that's what happens.
yeah, no.
Except for when I was in prison getting fucking backblasted.
Never taught me.
Let me tell you why. The love that you feel for someone else is equivalent to the love that you have for yourself. So the people around you activate that love that you already feel within yourself.
I see that though. Like sometimes I act different around people that are like, you know,
Yeah,
like a girl, whatever. Like if I'm super
Yeah,
close to them.
but why make it so in a
My God, the implants. Jesus.
complicated world where a man is trying so hard to even make enough money? Why complicate it so hard for?
Is it just me, or does he seem like he really wants us to feel bad for him? Like the whole, why doesn't
No
anyone
one
see
feels
how
bad
hard I
for
have
him.
it? Like that just seems like he wants a little bit of sympathy, but since it'll destroy his tough guy image, instead he just complains about how he can't complain. Because, you know, that makes so much sense here.
But we don't complain. It's
Yeah, you do.
You're
Just don't complicate it.
Not you, but
We
if
appreciate.
my husband go work and I'm raising 3 kids home, it's a different story. It's the same work.
I know this is a live stream, but part of me feels like I should be leaving the room so they can hash this out or something.
If I'm at the house and you're at the house and I'm wanting my dick sucked and I can't get my dick sucked, I'm pissed. Like,
yeah.
You're saying this in front of a child and a douchebag man baby. Oh my God.
fuck,
Okay,
you know?
like that.
So this is the thing.
Then just go find another. Be like, fine. You know what?
Well, I'm not trying to say it like that. She doesn't know what we're saying.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Jackie. How you doing? How you been? Not much. How about you? Just watching a bit of Atozy whilst that's good. But Jesus Christ, the two fucking dumpster fires. What would have been the perfect trio? Yeah, it's going well, thank you. Can you imagine these two in the same room with fucking Johnny Somali? Oh my god, when all three worlds collide. That'd be the monster of Atozy videos.
She said in front of the baby.
Oh,
like the
try
baby.
I know, but just a little bit of, just a little bit.
I was gonna say BJ, but I forgot to.
I don't know how, but this clip makes a grown man look even more immature than Jack Doherty. This is just insane. The dude just talks so much that I'm sure if everyone left the room, he would...
I wouldn't say that's possible because Jack Doherty's laugh was... I sort of do. I try and stream every day after work, but sometimes I'm doing the night shift, so I can't do it.
still be in that room alone talking. This whole live stream just turned into like a clash of egos where they were both having this like bizarre flex off to see who was more real, while ignoring the fact that both of them are known for avoiding any sort of accountability, losing their temper on camera, and making terrible decisions in public. Honestly, it was less like a collab and more like a mutual public service announcement. Something around the lines of, here's exactly how not to live your life. Oh, and then on top of that, Jack drove Wes's orange Bugatti, which I guess is just new levels of irony.
Looks good on you, Jack.
Thank you.
He's driving. I'm about shocked.
Hop in.
First off, I don't know why anyone would let Jack drive a car at this point. It's not like he has a proven track record of being able to drive. But also, Wes is in hot water right now for trying to sell that car for some cash. I talked about this briefly in my last video of how John Bravo exposed that Wes is hiding the fact that he's trying to sell this Bugatti, because the same VIN number was being used for his orange car is actually a red car in a Miami dealership. The dealer even admitted that Wes asked them...
Hold on, what? I missed that part.
Cash. But also, Wes is in hot water right now for trying to sell that car for some cash. I talked about this briefly in my last video of how John Bravo exposed that Wes is hiding the fact that he's trying to sell this Bugatti, because the same VIN number was being used for his orange car is actually a red car in a Miami dealership. The dealer even admitted that Wes asked them to list it that way so people would know he was selling his Bugatti, which means all of those flashy Instagram posts showing him driving the Bugatti might just be a plan of some sort of like clout preservation. But also, just to give him the benefit of the doubt and be as fair as possible here, with hyper cars like that, it is actually common to list your car for sale pretty much immediately and just kind of wait around in case a new buyer is interested, because sometimes you can get more than what you paid for the car. So it could be a very simple explanation for why it's up for sale, but that does not explain the fact that he's like using a different Bugatti to try to sell his own Bugatti.
The owner of this orange Bugatti is a very, very private person. He doesn't like his business out there like that. So what he told us to do is just, you know, since we had that red one, he's just like put my VIN on that red one, and if someone calls, offer them my orange one, but he doesn't want us actively listing his color, so he rather just see if anyone would be interested in his color, if anyone called for a Bugatti in general, and just to like send them a picture or video of the car so they can check it out. But on the internet, he rather not have his specific color listed, because then you get linked back to him, because there's only like 3 or 4 people in the whole world with that color of that car.
But this entire 3-hour stream was pretty much as unbearable to watch as you would imagine it would be. Essentially, they just went out on a man date. They went shopping together. Wes argued with his girlfriend while Jack poked at him to get more content for a stream. And then to top it all off, there was this.
Oh no. Is he gonna tear a hole in it?
At this point, I can't tell if Wes's main goal is to stay out of prison or to keep appearing in people's titles on their YouTube videos, because he's giving us no shortage of material here to talk about, that's for sure. The only difference between now and a year ago is that the legal consequences are catching up faster than he can post through them. So here's where we currently stand. Criminal case. Delayed, but active, with real prison time on the table. The civil case is paused if the court allows it, and the default judgment is already against him. Then you have his current ongoing divorce, which could potentially expose his real finances. And then finally, his public image is cracked wide open by luxury car drama and constant meltdowns. Also him just losing his platforms and him still being fixated on his height. This isn't just like a downfall anymore. This is a multi-platform and multi-case collapse playing out in slow motion. And if you've been here for my Jack coverage, you already know how this is going to pan out.
It's
Not
all
with a
going to come
victory lap,
crumbling
but
down.
with pretty much a crash landing. So hey, I guess stay tuned and subscribe for more, because there's one thing I've learned about covering Wes and Jack is they won't stop posting even if the
hole
judge
gets
tells them to
deeper.
do so. But other than that, YouTube thinks you'll enjoy this video. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video. And again,
Oh, I'm so looking forward to that one, but that is towards the end because Atozy is... Ever since Atozy got back from South Korea, he's been on a fucking warpath. He's been uploading 1 or 2 a day, and I can't keep up.
this info